they had the Pentecost. And you see Peter, the same one man, discussing with them, and they said they had a cause. Peter said all these things. Peter was speaking Romans chapter 10 verse 9. He told them how the Messiah resurrected, how they killed their Messiah, how they rejected him, and they say, oh men and brethren, what shall we do? Their hearts were caused and 3,000 were added. And they say, go and baptize and all that. See the parade. Then look at Acts chapter 10. The Cornelius, the same Peter, a man called Cornelius, was praying. What was he doing? The Bible said the man was building churches for synagogue and was doing good things for the assembly. He was a good man building synagogues, and he was a devout man. He wanted the God of Israel. And here we looked at the Bible said, look at that scripture, say your arms, the arms he has given to the church has come up to heaven. And here we see this man that doesn't even know me like this, he's doing this. How will I reach out to him? Yahweh, why didn't Yahweh hear him? Yahweh would have heard him. And because it's God, universal God, I am God. Let me hear you, you're a good man, you're a big church, or you're Cornelius, you're a righteous man. Take righteousness, boy. Yeah, he now gave him a revelation. He sent for Peter.
Does righteousness work that way? That because you're giving alms to the church, you're doing a lot of
things? It doesn't work that way. That's what I'm telling you now. The Father saw his alms. He now sent him to send for Peter to bring him words. The man sent his dad to go and meet Peter. Peter was where he was now, hungry. Said they should bring food for him. He saw a revelation where a parashat opened up and he saw beasts of unclean animals. He said, Peter, kill and eat. Peter said to Peter, I have never eaten an unclean thing before. He said, Peter, kill and eat 3 times. He woke up. The people were outside already knocking at the door. The Spirit of God told him, Peter, go down. These people are looking for you. Follow them. Peter came and said, are you looking for? And Peter, follow me.
So is it only when you believe that the Spirit of God can talk to you this way?
You must be in the body now. If not, is he a father?
Can I make a little contribution here?
Yes.
It is not depending on your own intelligence.
No imagination.
Look at listen to what he's saying. When the man was doing something good,
yes,
the father sent somebody to give him information that will qualify him.
Thank you.
To receive
to stand before the father.
Before the father. So is that information that he will use to judge him.
Thank you.
If he believes, irrespective of what he has done, he has brought information. Just like a lot of people are hearing our voice.
Yes.
They are giving alms. They are giving bags of rice. They are doing. I don't know if you know everything comes with a new name and all things added, but let us be just specific. You see, there's one woman they called Mother Teresa. We don't have that much time. If you know about Mother Teresa, no matter how good the woman was, she slept outside helping the poor. If she had the opportunity to hear the gospel and reject it, that's what made her a sinner. She cannot.
That's the position.
That is the position. You're good. No man is good. Yeshua said, a man came to him, what must I do? Good.
You call him good master.
Good master. I said, no man is good but Yahweh.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
So for a man to be saved, faith comes by what?
Hearing.
You must hear something.
Yes,
you must hear something. What do you hear? The word. It is not imagination of the heart.
Okay.
Please, it's very, very important. That is why the gospel, when you receive the gospel, that what you heard, what is it that you heard? The gospel he has already given.
Okay.
He break it down here, Ephesians chapter 1, connect it to 1 Corinthians 15. He was delivered for our offenses and raised up again for our justification. The Father made him to be sin for us, who knew no sin, that we might be made the righteousness of the Father in him. You must hear. He has not. My glory going to heaven, my expectation, everything I have in this life, it's not that I am better than anybody, but because I believe the information that the Father has given, the instruction that will take me to heaven. That is the difference.
Okay.
He searches the heart to see the people that are obedient. Faith is nothing but obedience.
Okay.
So what I was saying about that Acts chapter 10, with Acts chapter 10. Now when Peter was speaking to Cornelius, when he came to Cornelius' house, he didn't tell, the Bible says he was still speaking to Cornelius. If you read Acts chapter 10 from 45 down, the Holy Spirit came upon Cornelius. Cornelius did not confess anything. The man Cornelius was confused. You know what happened? Somebody was telling him story. story. True, we don't know this kind of
Exciting
happen.
story.
True, the man will say
Spiritual
true.
story.
And that Cornelius encounter confirms Ephesians 1:12 and 13. See, at the point of belief, because a man
His
asked me a
hand was
question.
open.
He asked me a question. At what point does salvation come?
Just as I asked, what would a
At
sinner
the
do
point of belief.
to get the deliverance?
At the point of belief.
At the point of
So
belief.
altar call is a scam. The altar cannot call anybody.
What
The
if
altar
that's-
has never
that's
called
what the belief-
anybody.
What if the belief
You
that-
believe altar to
that-
call you?
The altar is a place that is exalted.
What is altar? Who exalted it?
So it's
The Bible
exalted.
says Yahweh has highly exalted his name, not altar.
Yes, well they believe that the altar is.
Why would you believe it?
It's
We
a
have
holy
already had
place.
a last altar according to Hebrew chapter 13.
There's a last altar.
We don't have
a
any
holy
altar.
place. This place is exalted.
Who told you it's holy?
And this.
To you brothers
This
that
scam.
say altar, there is no more
Altar,
altar. There is a last
Altar
altar.
versus. There's always say you see the altar versus altar is scam.
There is an altar, like some
It is
people say
scam,
there is an
oh.
altar in my house.
Who give them altar? Altar where?
In their homes, that's where
The only
they
place is your heart.
That's where they console him.
Yeah, temple.
Yeshua.
Yahweh said
Yahweh,
that he will not.
Yeshua.
No, listen. Yahweh said that he will not live in a house built by man.
Man. Oh, hallelujah.
So
It's
it's
in your heart.
He dwells in the heart.
okay. The Seventh Apostolic Revival Mission, The Last Alternative. You can join them on YouTube at The Last Alternative right here and Wave 91.7 FM, and we're talking about the concluding part of deliverance. That's what we've been talking about. If you have questions to ask right here in the studio, I have a lot for that. It's for you. If you have questions to ask, please call in 090-818-55966, 090-818-55966, or 090-22917-917, 090-22-917-917 for the female callers, and WhatsApp message. You want to type your message. 070-4000-1783, 070-4000-1783. Straight to the point, and let's get your question. Wave FM, good evening.
Well, good evening. Hope you remember my name.
Okay,
I'm still joining the conversation.
all right.
Yeah, so the little my head. I want to know, what are they referring to man?
Who are they referring to
Man as man.
as man?
Yes.
Who are they referring to as man? Okay, I'm trying to understand. Who are they referring to as man?
He is a man. Man, you are a man according to the scripture.
Okay.
Let us make man in our
own
image.
Okay.
And he called them both Adam,
Okay.
male and female.
Wave FM, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
My name is
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I love what they talk about saying there. I love what they are doing. I think there are like a lot of people to be aware of what is going on. There are a lot of countries in the system. But thank God that people are like this. I can see it, like, let people know some people have built a lot of property in their home. This is that, this is that, this is a lot of camps. Without going to the Bible. But thank God people are like getting in the system to tell people the truth.
Okay.
So the people can wear the truth and do better. People can do better.
And the truth will set them free.
Thank you, Pastor, and God blessing them and
Okay. To the next caller. Wave FM, good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Lady B. I'm calling from Tito.
Okay.
Okay, I heard them say there is nothing like altar. Like me, just like what they are saying, I don't believe in so much, going to meet any man of God to pray for people. I like praying, and most times if I go to my own closet and pray to God, I used to see a change. Now, in my house, I used to have a separate place where I can stay and fast and pray. And God has given me what I'm talking. Are you saying that's separate place?
Okay. I think she was talking about altar. Are you saying that sacred place where she has kept separately in her house it's not something for her to be?
A time came in the life of in the book of John chapter 6 or 4, so a woman at the well met the Messiah. He came to draw water.
Mm-hmm.
And the Messiah asked the woman for water, and the woman said, "You know that we are a Jew, I'm a Gentile, we don't have anything in common." And Messiah began to tell the woman about her life, and the woman said, "I perceive you're a prophet." And she asked a supernatural question. She asked him a question, and the Messiah answered and said, "A time will come, and here is a time, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. That you shall not go up to Jerusalem again to worship, but you shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such worship." This is the era when the Father, you worship in spirit and truth. That place she's going, forget it. She might live there. One bed will go and she there. Her daughter will go and she there. She will play, and she doesn't. And she might not be aware. 1 minute. Now, what the author of the Father is in your heart, is your temple.
Okay.
That is the most important thing. 1 minute now. No matter how big that church is, that mighty tabernacle church, Yahweh is not there. We are the ones that take, when we gather, it's when 2 or 3 are gathered, Yahweh comes with us.
Name.
Listen, if we gather, Yahweh comes because we are gathered. We bring him, we carry him. I carry Yahweh, he carries Yahweh, this he will carry Yahweh. When we come, Yahweh has come. When we go, Yahweh goes with us.
It's his name. Okay, so before we take the next call, I don't know which of you would like to read this. Ephesians chapter 2.
That is why we are here now.
To 19.
That is why we are here.
Ephesians 2, 11 to 19.
Yes.
And I'll need you to explain that. Ephesians 2, 11 to 19.
We'll explain it to you, don't be afraid.
Don't just be reading. Let's take this call. Wave FM, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
I have some people. See these people, they are confusing people. Altar is a place of where to meet God privately. It does not mean that you need to have an elevated place. They should not discourage people from meeting with God.
Okay.
In the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 8, it calls something attention gift. When you get those gifts, it makes you apostles, it makes some prophets, it makes some evangelists, different pastors and teachers. To do what? To build up the body of Christ. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 8.
Okay, so we have 2 portions, and it's still from Ephesians that they need to explain.
No problem.
Ephesians 2, 11 to 19.
We don't have any issue, but it's just because of the time.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, it's a very simple thing. He's trying to tell us in the past, we Gentiles had no relationship with Israel. Mm-hmm. Remember, this is what I'm saying, that it will take time to explain this.
Go ahead.
Verse by verse. Wherefore remember that ye, being in that time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh, made by hands, Israel's circumcision, that at that time we were without the Messiah, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without the Almighty in the world. But now in the Messiah, that were sometimes far off are made nigh by the blood of the Messiah. For he is our peace, who has made both one. Remember, he said in John 10:10, 10:16, I have other sheep that is not of this fold. Them I will go and bring. And it's 29 minutes after. So we can finish this. There's nothing much to it.
Go ahead.
Having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the what? Even the law of commandments contained in the ordinances, for to make in himself a one new man, so making peace, that he might reconcile both Jews and Gentiles unto the Almighty in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby, which was the law, and came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and to us that were nigh. Israel was
11 to 19.
Yes.
Okay.
For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore we are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Almighty. So what is this thing? He's talking about the reconciliation, and that this thing now can only be realized through the gospel of grace. That is why in Ephesians chapter 3 verse 3 to 10 to 8 tells us about that. Another side of it is maybe next week.
I have a lot of questions, but then you have to check. No, you have to. There's another one you have to look at. Ephesians 4, 8 to 13.
So I leave the time. Go ahead.
Okay. You should leave the time. Why should you leave the time? You want to sleep here? Okay. Just to round off on what you were saying.
Okay. See, what is the gospel of grace about?
Yes.
The gospel of grace is a gospel that tells the Gentiles how they can be partakers of the promise that the Father made to Abraham in Genesis chapter 12. In thy seed shall all the nations of the world be blessed. And that seed was revealed to us as Christ. In Galatians, Paul made it known to us. The only way we can be partakers of that promise is through Yahushua HaMashiach. Do you understand? To whom, like in Galatians, to whom Almighty will make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is the Messiah in us, the hope of glory. We have lost the glory. The only way we can regain it back is, we call it the unsearchable riches of the Messiah.
Let me stop for you.
Now, the other scripture you talked about was what?
Ephesians 4, 8 to 13.
Ephesians 4.
Talking about the altar.
Ephesians 4 doesn't talk about altar.
Ephesians 4, 8 to 13. Read Ephesians 4, 8 to 13.
It says, wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. Now that he ascended, but also he that also descended first into the lower part of the earth. 10. He that descended is the same also that ascended up from above all heavens, that he might fill all things. 11. And he gave some apostles, some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of the Messiah, till we all come to the unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son of Elohim, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of the Messiah.
Okay.
So what is your question?
The part I talked about prophets and teachers and the rest of, so you see that everybody cannot have the same position. Like you can be a prophet, like he's a pastor, I can be the audience.
Do you know that
So
the spirit of Yahushua is a spirit of prophecy?
Okay, so everybody who believes in him.
Now when the Bible says
can
he gave this gift to men, there's no contradiction.
That's what I'm saying.
So what is the contradiction? So because are you trying to say that okay, wait. Are you trying to say
I can come to you and you tell me say you are blessed, and I say I am blessed.
You are blessed not because I'm saying you are blessed. No, listen.
Okay.
The new creation is not blessed because I said he's blessed.
Okay.
He said because he has been blessed with every spiritual blessing. In Yahushua. That is where his blessings is. So let me tell you a story. That is his story. If the person is in the Messiah, Tiko, scam.
Deliverance is believing.
Believing
in what?
Believing in.
You can cry from nothing next year and flog yourself and jump. No, they'll come.
No, wait
now. Those people, when the pastor will come with his coat, you talk some assault and be shouting.
No, that's not what I'm
saying. When
saying.
you stand up, you see the demon will come in the night and rape you.
In Yeshua.
Eh?
It's deliverance, believing in Yeshua.
Deliverance is believing your package of redemption.
Package of
When you believe
through
Yahushua HaMashiach, when you believe that package, deliverance is there.
Okay.
Do you believe
you get the
that you need to die when you say I'm dead in Yahushua? Have you ever heard that?
Yes.
I'm dead in Yahushua. My life is hid with him in the Almighty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Have you heard that?
Yes.
So a person that is dead, can he still go to somebody to be delivered?
Ask me.
Okay, one more call before we leave because we're already out of time. Wave FM, good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yes, welcome.
My name is Kenneth from Bush.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm being controlled by the spirit of the pastor's prayer. They say that the sinner cannot pray.
A sinner cannot pray.
Which book?
What book, please?
18.
What book?
Luke 18 what?
Luke 18, verse 10 to 14.
10 to 14.
Luke 18, 10 to 14.
Yes.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
So, one of the things that at the time, it's like I'm saying, the day is there of repentance.
Okay. Okay. So have you checked it out? Quickly, please, before we leave.
18 what?
Luke 18, 10 to
Luke 18.
14. Luke 18, 10 to 14. Okay.
For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of the Almighty should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive. I'm just trying to see, where is the sinner?
Look at verse 10. He said, two men went, he was speaking a parable, and he was trying to illustrate to them, and he talked about the two men. The two men went up in the temple to pray, and one a Pharisee, and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood up and prayed. He said, and he spoke a parable unto them to this end, that he might, that men might always to pray and not faint, saying, there was in the city a judge, which feared not Elohim, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in the city that she came into. Now he was talking about the parable.
But it has meaning, right?
Yes.
The parable has a meaning.
He was telling them about the parable. The essence of the parable is that when someone is offended, okay, let's look at finish it. He said, let's finish it. Let's finish it.
Just finish it.
He said, the Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, Elohim, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as the publicans. I fast twice in a week. I give tithes of all that I possess. The man was giving tithes to, and the publican standing after all would not lift up his. Now the publican would not lift up his eyes unto heaven, but stood unto his breast, saying, Elohim, be merciful unto me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the one other, for everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbled himself shall be exalted.
This can justify what we are saying.
This justifies exactly what we are saying.
It has a meaning of, if you're a sinner, you can actually ask for forgiveness.
This is the forgiveness here.
You said it's a parable, and it has a meaning. Every parable in the Bible has a meaning. That's why I talked about understanding from the beginning. What do you understand and what I understand from a particular thing are two different things.
There's one simple answer to this question.
The man, we are saying two positions here. Either you are in Adam or you are the Messiah. This man acknowledged that he was a sinner, a Republican.
And he was a sinner, he acknowledged it.
He acknowledged it, but he's not saying justified. Was the man pleading for anything? Was the man asking for anything?
That part of saying that a sinner cannot...
No, it's not me that said it. Look at John chapter 9 verse 31. He said, now know we know that heareth not sinners.
Okay.
Heareth, see.
This is very important.
The scripture...
John what?
John chapter 9 verse 31.
He's saying that
heareth not sinners.
The blind man here in context was being accused that Yahushua was not the one that cured him. The man is telling them that if this man, Yahushua, is not a righteous man, the Father wouldn't have heard him to cure him through him. Do you understand that? I come now, you are blind, and I made you to see. Yahweh will not hear me, will not give me such power to cure you. This is a very different thing. Understand what is in the context.
Okay, thank you.
So you
very much.
You can follow us on at the last alternative on YouTube.
Yes.
At Last Alternative, you can see the other ones, the other messages which we have done in the past.
You can drop your messages.
You can drop your messages there, ask questions, and follow. But we will conclude on this next week.
Please, this is very
conclude on Deliverance next week.
And
we'll take it next week, and from here we'll move into miracle.
So Deliverance and Miracle next week from the 7th Apostolic Revival Mission, the last alternative. Thank you very much, thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you very much, Pastor. But before you leave, I'm sure there are still some people that want to reach you privately.
Yes.
So please drop your contact.
Yes, 0806 392 4005. 0806 392 4005. 0806 392 4005. 0806 392 4005.
All right, thank you so much. The 7th Apostolic Revival Mission, the last alternative. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And we'll be here again next week, same time. I'm so sorry about the lateness today. Same time next week, 6:30 Saturday. We'll be here to talk about the completely part of deliverance and miracle. So join us, Wave FM 91.7. Don't go anywhere. My name is Kate Ogan.